We're going to the Kred yard, we're gonna shred hard, and we're never coming home again. We're going to the Kred yard, we're gonna go hard. And we're never
Whenever you guys are ready, you want to introduce yourselves and who you are in the band and what you do?
Okay, sounds good. Well, I'm Jeff Ice, and I sing and play guitar in Filth Majesty, and you are?
I am Steven Eiston, his little brother, and I play bass. So
That is us. We're half of Filth
Yeah.
Majesty. The cool guys couldn't show up today, so you're stuck with us.
That's all right.
The handsome guys.
That's right. Yeah. So how do you guys like the music that you play? How do you fall into that? Was it Steve or you or do you guys find it? Who found it first? Or
It was kind of, I guess, like my whole life, dude, I wanted to play rock and roll. Like, we had pretty young, kind of hip parents, like, I guess you could say. So, like, rock and roll's around, like, our whole lives. Like, our dad, like, gave me a box of his cassette tapes when I was, like, a little kid. And, like, I got into a lot of, like, glam rock stuff, like Motley Crue and, like, Poison and, like, Faster Pussycat and all that stuff. And Steve did, too. Like, we'd like, watch old, like, Slaughter VHS tapes, like, just straight up into hair metal stuff. And like where the like punk rock thing came for me, because I'm a kid of the '90s. Like, I wasn't around for the Ramones, like the Misfits, when that stuff was like going on. So for me, like, the punk rock thing came from The Offspring. Like, I remember being a kid and I'd listen to the radio at night. There was a channel like locally called 97.3 WME or whatever. They're like a pop channel, but at night they play like some cool stuff. And I heard "Come Out and Play" when I was like 9 or 10 years old, the Offspring song. And I'm like, it just like, I don't know, man. It's like, I know it sounds like cliche, but it like just like blew my mind. Like, holy, like, what is this, dude? This is so cool. So I like wait up at night, you know, I used to record it on a cassette tape on our boombox and just wait for that song to play. I usually get stuck with like Sheryl Crow or some lame shit. And I'm like, oh, all right, man, I got it. I got it. So yeah, that's where it came to me from. Just like, I don't know, nothing else ever really spoke to me outside of playing music. Like, I like playing sports too. Like, I played football in high school and, you know, did stuff like that. But like, rock and roll and horror movies have like been my life since I was a kid. And I guess it never got out of the phase. Mm. So if you know.
Yep. I just kind of went along for the ride as a little brother.
So, hey, listen to this.
yeah, a little
Check
bit.
this out.
Yeah.
What? Okay, that's cool.
Here's your homework.
But yeah, I dug it all too, and like always, I'm still to this day jamming hair metal constantly. That's all we really do. We'll all get together, us and like, you know, all of our buddies want to sit out, fucking drink beer and jam hair metal like it's 1989.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I gotta drive over. That sounds like fun.
But yeah, man, that's kind of, and like, Bill sort of started with, we're from Manchester, Indiana.
Okay.
Which I know you probably don't have any concept where that is, but
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's near Fort
You don't
Wayne.
have to lie. You probably didn't hear it.
You talking like the UK?
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was like, oh, yeah, I know the UK one. Yeah, sorry.
But like, we moved to Manchester, and our drummer Brandon lived down the alley from us. And well, at the time we didn't know he was a drummer. I just thought he was like, you know, this kid that lived down the alley. Steve knew him from school. And I found out that he was a drummer. And mine was like, oh yeah, dude, like, hey, let's jam. So that's kind of where it started. And we started like jamming out. One of the first songs we ever played together was the Ramones cover of "I Don't Want to Grow Up." I don't know if you know that one or not.
Of course.
Yeah, I love that cover so much. And then we wrote a couple like kind of silly songs, and then like kind of doing the punk rock stuff. We cover "Starlight Decay," the Blitzkid song, and like,
oh, dude, nice.
Yeah, like, dude, that's one of my favorite punk bands. Sidetrack, but
no, not at all.
But yeah, dude, we kind of started that way, and we're just kind of kicking around, like, because when we started out, it was a lot of like the metalcore stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's not really our thing. And some of those dudes were cool, and a lot of them were kind of turds.
Oh,
So we kind of got on shows with bands like that, and like didn't really work. We were like trying to play like punk rock and like sort of rock and roll-y stuff, and like
Power ballads.
We still haven't wrote a power ballad.
Bullshit.
But like, yeah, so it didn't, like, we weren't tuning our guitars down or any of that stuff. So like no one would really care. But like recently, within I don't know, man. Like I think we kind of started like 4 or 5 years. I kind of feel like we started out like actually getting like we found some cool bands to hang like. A lot of cool bands in Fort Wayne. Like we've got Nifty Skullet. I don't know if you know those guys, like Flamingo Nosebleed.
Yeah, Flamingo.
Yeah, and like there's a lot of cool bands around this area that we kind of got, like Lurking Corpses and stuff. Like that we got tight with.
Cobra
and
Fluff.
like, dude, of course, yeah. Chad's our bud. We actually jammed with Chad like
last weekend.
Yeah, so we got into, and he's more of an indie guy. So but yeah, we got in with all those dudes, and like. We felt accepted and like we were able to like we found our niche and now like okay we can be who we want to be now and like play what we want and like it's fine like people are gonna dig it or not whatever but it's cool like we have a cool little community of people we can jam out with so I'm really long-winded sorry you said you're up late playing Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I was up in Los Santos till about 3:30 a.m. Selling coke and moving weed.
Oh mercy! I've already had cold brew with my wife.
Oh, you're playing Grand Theft Auto?
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm all about GTA.
I was
7 hours last night. Me and 3 of my buddies put in on a shift in Los Santos. So
that's awesome. I was in it was like 3 a.m. I was up in space mining rocks. So.
Oh, right on.
Jeez.
We're so cool.
Yeah, right.
Couple badasses over here living the good life.
Fucking rock stars.
So I didn't know if I heard you right, Jeff, but did you say a year when you were like what year was that when you were playing like the metalcore bands?
Oh, dude, what was it like 2010, 2009 that era?
That's about
yeah, like there's some really good dudes like our buddy that'll come up and jam with our buddy Steve Funk. He played in a band called Sound the Mesher that was really cool. Our guitar player now, Mark Wagley, was in a band called AXP. It was pretty cool. There was a few of those bands that were cool and were accepting to us, but for the most part, not really. So, but yeah, that's kind of when I started kind of getting involved. So yeah, dude, like now, like, and even like now it's a blast. Like it's so much more fun. I feel like we actually, like we said earlier, like we started like maybe 5 years ago.
Right.
To me. And that's an excuse to hide how old I am too.
But because that was like so 2016 was that your first EP release then with
we did
Downtown Terrors? Terrorizers?
No, we did Trial by Trash Fire. What was that like 2014
or 15?
No, dude, it wasn't that.
Oh,
whatever.
really?
But yeah,
I got Trial because I was still in Manchester. I was at least 2015.
Okay, yeah, whatever that was. Like our first was Trial by Trash Fire. We recorded in Dayton, Ohio, and we're just kind of learning on that one.
Because like before that, our guitar player at the time, Eddie Black, he was going to Manchester University, and they had a decent little recording studio like that we had access to, but none of us knew what the fuck we were doing. So we just went over there and just fucking played like, oh, let's record, and like. It was like, oh, this sounds so good, and like listen to it, and I, now it's like, whoa, boys, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. So yeah, like I'd say when we did Trial, that was when we actually kind of started off.
Okay.
Our first, like, it was kind of a full length, I guess, a short full length.
Yeah. No, I wasn't sure. I was going off the BANDCAMP dates, so I wasn't sure what was.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We can't keep track of it, dude.
That's good. Now I know. I can know the order now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then what was Downtown Terrorizer like after that first?
Well, that was actually the Downtown Terrorizer was kind of like what Steve was
run,
what Steve was talking about. We'd written a bunch of songs and had a lot of stuff we've been playing for a few years. And like Steve said, we kind of DIY'd it and just threw it all together.
We were all broke, young, so we didn't have money to actually go record shit. So like, hey, there's a free studio. Let's go try it out. See if it works.
And then, it could be debated if that worked or not.
Maybe like one of like the 8 tunes worked, but at least something.
Yeah,
I think it sounds great. We went to go see the Jasons this past Friday, and then I put it on in the car, and it sounded great.
Right.
So I mean,
awesome, man. How's the Jason show?
Oh, awesome, very good.
Yeah, cool.
I was talking to 3D. I don't even care. It's embarrassing. There's this band called Drab Majesty. I love it. And it's like after the show, I don't know if I was just like out of it because it's so hot in there. I don't know, but I was talking to 3D. I was like, hey, I'm gonna interview Filth Majesty. He goes, oh yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I just get that. I always like when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be talking to Filth Majesty or Filth Majesty. It's in my head now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Like, yeah, actually, they're all pretty good buddies. Like, I don't know.
Brett Caven.
Oh yeah.
3D.
3D. Sorry. Yeah. He's done a lot of our artwork.
Yeah.
And I like message back. Yeah, they're all really good dudes.
Oh yeah.
I
Absolutely.
mean, they're assholes. Sorry, you're not supposed to.
No, they're
Great.
assholes,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
them at all. I don't know.
No, turds. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Did 3D do the album art for your last album that came out?
He actually did the last
album.
two. He did Who Killed Friday Night, and he did Trial by Trash Fire, because
Okay.
you and I are both, and Steve and Brandon, and actually Mark too, are all Kiss fans.
Yeah.
I love the album Revenge, the Kiss album Revenge, and I know George is too. So I'm like, dude, hey, can you help me out with this? Throw us together an album cover that looks kind of like Kiss's Revenge, and he nailed it. Dude. Like it rules. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, and he actually did Who Killed Friday Night for us too, and I think that cover is awesome. Like that is a badass cover, and I'm really proud to have it on our stuff.
It is a great cover.
Yeah, dude, he's done a few T-shirts for us as well.
Flyers.
He did, yeah, dude. He's great guy.
That's awesome.
Great drama.
Great drama.
Great bassist.
Did for that album, for your last album, Who Killed Friday Night, do you guys still have T-shirts for that? I didn't. Or do you have T-shirts of that album cover?
No, because dude, it's not interesting at all. But like I tried, and our T-shirt guy, it was going to be colors for the print, so I didn't.
Okay.
It's not a cool, interesting. So we have, but Steve, hold on. We do have these T-shirts available.
We
Four
want this
versions.
cheap print like this.
Oh,
We have
shit.
our laser gun shirts, 4 that are available. This is the test print. But yeah, those are available.
Oh, those are awesome. Okay, cool.
Dude, yeah, I love that. Our bud Ricky Rackett, who plays in the Sour Mash Cats, did that. He hand drew. Let me grab this again. Like he hand drew that laser gun for us and stuff. But
Awesome.
yeah, I love it. That's our favorite shirt we've done.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
How did you? Well, I'm gonna be cliche, but like, how did you guys get the name Filth Majesty?
Man. I came up with that a long time ago when I was like just kind of a dummy, like 22-year-old.
I've always kind of wondered this too. So
Actually, I don't like the name. I'll be honest, I don't. But I mean, it works, but I don't love it. Like I kind of, it's a stupid story. I used to work at a grocery store when I was like 20, 21, 22. And there was in the back behind the store, I had to clean out like these disgusting ass like bone can things they have from the meat department. And it was fucking vile, dude. And, like in the shadow like of that, there's this big church back behind this grocery store. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I'm over here in the filth and the shadow of the majesty. And I'm like, I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. And it just kind of bounced around my head for a while. And that's where it came from.
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I think it's yeah.
The only problem is like people think we're like a death metal band or like we're metal when they see the name on the flyers. Like, sorry, man, we're just a bunch of party dudes.
Yeah, is that way? How would you describe the sound, your guys' sound? Then with
yeah, like on our Spotify, I have Sleazy Spooky Party.
Yeah.
Because we love horror stuff. We love, like we were talking earlier, like the glam rock stuff, and obviously like party punk and street rock and stuff. Like we love that. We just like to take all that and put it in the blender, and like if it rocks, we're gonna play it. Like we all like contribute different ideas and stuff, and just if we put it through the filth filter, I guess, and it comes out and it works, we're gonna record it and play it. Like we have some kind of weird stuff on our last album. Like there's a song like 25 Cigarettes that our drummer Brandon wrote. We went through a phase where it was our Steve and I stepdad, where we just like rock out trucker music all the time and like sit out back and listen to this like these trucker tunes. And Brandon like went home and wrote us like a trucker song. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, dude, what the hell? Let's try it.
Let's give it a shot.
And, like we recorded it and it sounds fun and like whatever.
Even though
for like,
sorry.
Do what? Go.
No, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say for the most part though, we just kind of try to do straight ahead like sort of punk rock and roll stuff. We got our new guitarist Mark's a really talented guy who could do some pretty cool lead things, and
so we can pepper in like hair metal.
Yeah, we can throw in our glam influence sometime.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
I was gonna say that 25 Cigarettes song like on Friday when I came on. It like I was just like, oh, this kind of fits right now. Like, well, I was in a car, but like I was on a highway around bunch
Oh,
of
dude,
drugs.
yeah. Totally a road trip song. Like my wife and I went down to South Carolina last month, and she put a road trip playlist on and threw that on there. And I'm like driving, like, yeah, dude.
Nice. It fits in the mix.
Yeah, and I don't even smoke. And I'm like, yeah, man, if I did though, this would be cool.
I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's why I even added. I was smoking, and I was like, oh wow, like sitting there, like, do they know something about me?
You didn't burn 25 of them though, did you, dude? My word.
No, I think it's only 20 in the pack, right? Yeah.
Oh right. Oh yeah.
I was thinking, I'm like, damn, this guy went through a pack and 5 then.
What a machine.
Yeah.
I didn't double check. I was like, is there 20?
Yeah. I think we have like 2 songs about cigarettes, and I don't smoke.
And I'm the only person that smokes in our band.
Oh, yeah.
I
was gonna ask.
Yeah.
You should quit that. Cigarettes are really.
Yeah,
You too.
He's right. And expensive now. I don't know how much it is for you over there.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. Are they expensive?
Like $7 or $8.
My goodness.
Oh, that's it. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Let's talk cigarette prices.
There's commercials.
Yeah. This is the
This is the party segment of the band right now.
Yeah. Don't smoke.
Well, speaking of cigarettes, you had that cigarette. Yeah, don't smoke, guys. You had that song, "Cigarettes and Kerosene."
Yeah.
The music video for that is so fucking good.
Thanks, man.
How was it? How did that come to be, and how was it filming?
Well, like it was kind of an idea I had, because dude, if you're in a band, like I don't know if I'm sure, like have you played with anybody before?
Yeah,
like
not in a band, but you know.
Yeah, like when you roll up to some shows, like we've had it plenty of times, man. We're like, you don't know what you're coming into, like especially if you go to like a party or anything like that. You're like, okay, I know one person involved here. It's this weird kind of mental thing, and like I thought about that, like what if we showed up to a show and it was just like we didn't know anybody, it was just like 2 maniacs, like just found us. It's like, so that's kind of where that went from, and
kind of went from the like my career.
Oh
to
yeah,
a
like
bit to where because
yeah,
I'm in the rent to own business, like Aaron's rent a center, that type of stuff. So when you're going to like repo something and like you go into a house and it smells like nothing but cigarettes, kerosene, old fast food, not real pleasant. And like, all right, what happens if I go in here and like, well, nobody like they're not going to do me any favors. So like I'm here to repo a TV. Like, I don't know, you're not leaving.
Yeah. It's a perfect horror movie scenario right there.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure. Yeah. And like the video, the 2 guys, the two like kind of crazy guys, it was our buddies John Lehman and our other buddy Steve Funk I talked about earlier. Both were like super, like we were just gonna like have fun and like have our buds help out, and I'm like, those guys like knocked it out of the park. They were awesome. Like they made that video.
They really did that. They were. Like, I was freaked out, like just or like creeped out watching. Like these guys really fucking sold it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we had our buddies Chris Kelsey and Ian Skeens. They play in a band, I think still called Joy House, that shot it and edited it and everything. And they did a really good job for us too. Like I learned about, I don't know if you know this, dude. Atmosphere spray. Like there's a fog spray that you can spray in front of the lighting rig and everything. I'm like, dude, bam, that blew my mind.
Oh, no shit. Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know either.
I knew a fog machine existed, but not like a literal aerosol can of atmosphere. Like it's atmosphere can.
Well, that's probably better than it doesn't like get everywhere or whatever. Just spray on the
maybe,
lights.
or we were inhaling something.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we were all shut in the garage.
Yeah.
Kerosene.
Aerosol.
Yeah, very fucking.
Yeah,
yeah, dude, everybody liked the video.
Yeah, it's an awesome video. I watched it. I think I watched it like 10 times. I think at least because I fucking
thanks.
loved it. Not in one sitting, but I was like, I can't even watch that video again. That was fun.
Yeah.
Send it to my friends.
Yeah,
it's a really great video. I was gonna ask Ness, like, do you guys? So you guys mentioned earlier that the drummer wrote that one song. So like Steve, do you like what songs do you write for the band?
Actually, the last album, the first song I ever wrote that was accepted by,
accepted by the band trust.
by, creative. I wrote the song called Draft Bus because, I'm a sports nerd.
Oh, fuck yeah, okay.
Where it came from. So that's basically just about Jamarcus Russell, like the draft bus for the Raiders in 2004. Yeah. So I wrote that then, kind of did that one, and me and Jeff kind of fucked around on some of his stuff. He'd let me have some input. We'd work on that. Then on the new album, I have 3 songs that I wrote on this one. So it's definitely I progressed a little bit. So I used to be a little bit like nervous to do that type of stuff, and I was like, because I mean, not the two my brother's horn or toot his horn in. He's already got a big head here, but like he's talented when it comes to writing songs. Like Mark's really talented when it comes to that stuff. So it's a little like intimidating almost to throw my ideas out. And then like now going into this new album, it's kind of like, oh shit, like this stuff's actually working. Like,
confidence,
like, yeah.
Nice.
Starting to gain confidence as a songwriter for sure.
Awesome. That's great to hear.
Yeah, dude, like we're getting Steve contributed like 2 bangers so far that I think people are gonna really dig. Like we're gonna go record our new record in September. We have to take kind of the summer to kind of get prepared for that. But yeah, Steve's got some bangers on there.
Awesome.
Everybody's contributed pretty well. Like so, and this one, like with Who Killed Friday Night, that record was fun to do because like the world at the time was so crazy.
Right. Yeah, it's like a year ago, right? It came out, right?
Yeah, dude, we did it. We
started it right before COVID.
Like right, before like COVID stuff started, and then like it kind of hit as we were, just barely like getting into the process, and like it was so cool to just like cathartic, I guess you could say, or whatever, like because shit's just buck wild crazy all around you, and you're going to like sing songs about like Linnea Quigley and drinking beers or whatever.
We were driving. There was the protests and stuff. We all Fort Wayne on our way to the studio, and like obviously COVID's going on too, and we're like you said, we're going to sing about draft bus, drinking, smoking cigarettes, and Jeff's crush from when he was like 12.
Oh come on, man! But yeah, dude, it was definitely, that record was like a lot of fun because like everything was just what it was, and all those songs are just like, silly, like escapist sort of nonsense, and it was great. It was fun.
It's what we needed, honestly.
Yeah, it's what we needed. So it was a lot of fun for us, and I'm glad that it was. There's some things we liked about it, some things we don't, but if it, for the most part, we're pretty happy with it. So
yeah, you should be
on this. Thanks, man. I mean, we are.
It's a great
on the new one, we're kind of on the next one, we're going with some more kind of, because man, like we did kind of the party thing, and there's still going to be that on the next record, but we're kind of going a little bit more serious on some stuff because, like, dude, shit got so weird. I just kind of had to write about like what was going on in my own brain and like,
yeah.
But not. I know that's pretty.
This is a downfall of every day when someone says this. I feel like, when they fucking started to suck.
I'm gonna get introspective on this one. Like,
I was getting in my head on this. No, totally. Yeah. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen eventually, no matter what. It happened to Ramones. Look how they started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not turning into Def Leppard doing country songs.
Dude, but in the fit, like those later Ramones records, I get shit for this, are my favorite. Like Mondo Bizarre is my favorite Ramones record.
No, totally, dude. Here. Right there.
Oh, hell, there you go.
Kind of a glare there, but kind of see the poster.
CJ.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, dude, I like that stuff. But yeah, like back to what I was saying. I didn't mean to sound like I'm good.
No, not at all.
Not like super serious. We're still like dumbasses singing about what we sing about. But
I'm drinking a Busch Light at 2:30 on Sunday.
Mercy.
So.
Hair of the dog, baby.
That's right.
I'm drinking an Aha pomegranate blueberry.
Oh, that sounds good. Where'd you? Sorry, I'm interested in like those kind of drinks.
Oh, dude, I love so. What do you got over here? You got another one.
Oh, that's a Dollar General brand strawberry sparkling water.
Do you guys ever drink Liquid Death? I have the hat on, but I'm not sponsored.
Is that carbonated or is it just like flat water in a can?
I think it's both. You can get both. Like there's the spring water and then whatever.
How good is canned flat water? Is it?
It's pretty good actually, man.
People always say that about this shit we drink.
I know, but there's bubbles and stuff.
Yeah.
The cans are cool.
It definitely looks like a bigger beer can, and like I bring it to work sometimes, so it's funny. Like my supervisor's like, "That's a water, right?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Hell no, man. We're partying today.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, I didn't mean to throw it. Now I went off. But sorry.
Tangents, baby. Tangents.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. There's no order in the chaos.
Problem. Yeah.
So they have a album. You're gonna have a theme to it.
A little bit, like, dude, kind of with the serious stuff I wrote about on this record, like I went more in the line of like getting older, kind of in a way. Like you can see, I got gray beard, but like I've been hanging around and like Mark has, like Steve too. Like I didn't want to call you old, sorry, but you're not that
33, buddy.
But like we've been hanging around these, like going to shows and playing shows for a long time. You just kind of write about like how you feel about that. That's kind of like the themes we kind of go with.
Right.
I'm not gonna anything like super emotional or whatever. Just
It's really nothing super
I got you.
emotional.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just that's what I meant by the more serious aspect of it.
Because like what Bobby Parties, that song's coming up. Like what was that? Like,
Yeah,
you wrote that one.
there's like a tune about like being the old guy at the punk show, which I guess we're all
like you said. There's like now we're all the old guys because kids aren't at punk shows.
Yeah. Right. It's gonna happen eventually. I'll be there too.
Yeah.
So do you guys? I didn't really check to see if you guys self-released or anything, or you're on a label. Are you guys all DIY with that still?
DIY, baby. We have some help from. Actually, I'm wearing their shirt today. Karma Records of Warsaw. They help. There's a town near us. They help us out a lot, like with some funding and everything and distribution locally, like for our physical releases and stuff. Okay. But outside of that, we're DIY.
Nice, awesome.
Yeah.
You guys do you guys have vinyl for anything or?
Not yet. Hopefully on this one we can. Just last year when we did, 2 years ago, whatever the hell it was, but like when we did Who Killed Friday Night, there was no shows to be played. So when we were like making merch, we're like, dude, I don't know if we're gonna be able to like get out and sell this stuff. So we kind of went like, let's just print up some CDs and throw it digital, on streaming and everything, and just kind of see what happens. So I'm hoping on this next one we can, because I'm a vinyl nerd. Like I have a pretty big record collection, and like I'd love to do it. So
because have your own band on physical.
Yeah. Like and CDs are cool, but I mean like nobody really does that anymore. I still think they sound like a CD in a car. I think sounds like great. Like that audio wise, like that's so good. Like just crank up the old until it skips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like CDs are. I don't know, like with the way things are with the vinyl hold up and all that, people are like, oh, it's cheaper and cost effective to do CDs now.
Oh, for sure.
But vinyl, like, there's still people are gonna buy vinyl, but
yeah, but you're right though, dude, because like it's so hard to. Then I don't know if it still is. Who knows? But like, it was so hard to get anything pressed for a while. Yeah. So, but yeah, definitely.
Do you guys do like any touring out of state or in the future?
We haven't toured in a while. We've kind of slowed down a little bit. We want to pick back up. We hit Ohio a lot. We love going to Ohio. Been to Michigan. But, we haven't really been out your way yet. We're all over Indiana where we can play. Like, we're hoping with this next record we can kind of get out there and play some more because, again, I hate to keep talking about it, but like when we got Who Killed Friday Night and like the lineup we have assembled, like we were stoked. Yeah. And then like, oh, well, there's no shows. So things were kind of weird and touch and go. And then it was just like everybody was playing. So like, oh shit, you can't get booked anywhere because everything's like kind of, everybody's playing again.
Yeah,
so.
Right. It's like,
yeah,
it'd be great. I would love to see you guys live. One way or another. I'm gonna go to Mom's Basement Fest in October.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool.
So that's the closest I'll be to you guys, probably, but Ohio. But
yeah, nice, dude. We went to the when they did it to Brass Rail last year.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a good time.
Awesome.
Really good time.
Yeah, I never been to. I did like when I started doing this interviews and stuff in November. I thought I knew about. I always say this. I thought I knew like what was going on in the scene, or I knew the bands. But after I started, I was like, holy shit! There's a lot of awesome people here.
Yeah, dude, that's what's cool, man. Like, kind of hammer what we were talking about earlier. Like, everybody's super cool. Like,
we're kind of spoiled with the Fort Wayne scene because, like, legit, everybody in the Fort Wayne scene is so nice. Like,
well, we haven't ran into any turds really, but everybody we hang around, they're cool, and there's a lot of cool places to play.
Well, just it's like you seem like there's actually a scene in Fort Wayne.
Yeah,
which is cool to see because a lot of places to go. So hey, it's just there's not a lot of people out playing music anymore. And Fort Wayne's still like hanging on. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Indy's cool to us too. Like I don't know if you know about the Melody Inn, and they do punk rock night in Indianapolis. Yeah, they're really nice to us too because we're outsiders, dude. Like we don't live in Fort Wayne, we don't live in Indy. We're kind of out in the boonies, and so we're kind of outsiders. So it's cool we get accepted. Like, hey, yeah, you guys are part of
the Fort Waynes.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's always cool. Yeah, but
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for too. Someone just, I'm like, everyone's just way too nice. What is going on?
Like, I agree with you, dude. I get what you're saying. Like, Steve's playing Mr. Politician. I'm like,
nice.
Oh, maybe, man.
I'm a salesman, buddy. Part of the game.
It's coming.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think it's people like, you know, we work in the real world or, you know, deal with, you know, public people, and then like, you know, you can deal with a lot of assholes and that. So like this kind of like coming to this type of music and this sending people, I think everyone's like, let's just get away from that and be nice to everybody.
100%. Like whenever we pull up, like for example, like the other night we went to see Harley Poe, and I'm just like, everything was shitty on the way down, and I like see just nope. Here's a bunch of our black t-shirt people weirdos. Like we're home. Like all right, cool. Everybody's cool here.
Yeah, right.
It's such a cool community to get a part of. And like we go to like not you so much, but like I'll go to like horror conventions and stuff too. And it's like when you get around your black t-shirt people and like,
you made it. You're
everybody's
safe.
cool here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the total opposite for people that aren't wearing all black. It's like, oh, that's fine.
White, light blue.
You look nice today.
Yeah.
You look very nice. Steve's the snazzy.
Oh, that's cool. I gotta button it up like that. There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Gotta bring some style to the stage, man.
Yeah,
I get that.
Always wearing a nice watch.
You gotta come out last on stage when everyone comes on. You gotta come out last.
Oh yeah.
Man, that'll start happening.
Yeah, I mean I'm working my way.
Oh, God.
We know you got the songs coming on, man. Now you're.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? That's awesome, man. That's cool. That answered the question of what's new next for you guys. But is there anything else that's next for you guys that you plan on doing for this year?
Well, outside of doing the record, no. Hopefully, once the record's done, we kind of see how that goes. We can try to make some cool videos. Because with us, like we're DIY and self-funded, so it's kind of videos like to do a cool video. Like we could do a video, you know, shoot it on our phone or whatever. But when we do a video, we want to do a good video. That's going to cost us some money, so we're kind of putting all of our like resources towards the record. So like I'd love, like there was a couple tunes like from the last record that we wanted to do videos for, but like just never really got to it. So hopefully when this record's done, we can do some cool new videos, do some funny stuff. We're hopefully going to get some new shirts printed out.
And like best case scenario, we think like spring, like next spring possibly, like going and trying to like hit some like dates out of state. So,
yeah, like actually get out there and play some tunes, because dude, we love it. Like we love playing rock and roll. Like it's I couldn't imagine I'm going to be doing this till I'm like
train's not stopping.
Yeah,
so
that's good to hear.
Keep rolling.
Nice.
Rock and roll train. We joke about how we're just gonna like drag our old asses up to the Brassville stage. Or we're 65 years old. Jeff still got holding on to his hair barely thinning.
I'll wear a wig.
Yeah, keep it with
Yeah, if I have to, man, I don't care. But yeah, like we love to play, so we'll just keep playing. Whoever will have us, we'll go, we'll jam. Who cares?
That's great. That's cool to hear too. Like two brothers in a band, like doing this stuff. That's definitely awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. Like it's the only problem with being in a band with your brother. Your brother will always call you out on your bullshit,
right away.
Won't they? Like you can't yeah, it's the best and the worst. Would you say you should start a band with your brother? Yes or no?
Absolutely,
absolutely not.
Don't do it.
Like we've had,
and our mom would probably say the same thing. So she's got to hear it from both sides and have fun. Well, honey, you're right. Well, honey, you're right.
Yeah, like Steve was, or the poor guys in the band, they have to deal with it too.
Right.
What the lukewarm water between fire and ice, lukewarm water.
Yeah, but I mean, there is definitely some positives on it too, because like. The sibling relationship, obviously, I don't know how many siblings you have in it, but like it's something that like you have to cherish. And a lot of people like move, like their brothers move away, or like they don't have that relationship with them. And like me and him's been able to do this together for fucking what? I've been in the band for over probably 10 years.
Well, jamming around.
Yeah, jamming around for about 10 years. So like it's just something cool that we can always have that connection. Like, all right, fuck, we've done this together.
Yeah, so, it's cool. Like
there's my sappy part.
Oh, there you go, buddy. Nice. Oh man, me too. Yeah, I agree with that too, man. Because it's cool. Like it's cool getting to do it with your brother. And they can never hide from you. Like if he doesn't show up for practice, I know exactly where to go. I know exactly, like, this fucker's not doing anything. I'm going to go get him.
You drag him to the practice then?
And yeah, I'll tell your mom too.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah. Well, that's the thing with bands. Like, you can't, it's like almost picking a family, and then you guys that are jumped over that. It's the family to the band, which is great.
Yeah, we're lucky too, dude, because we're all pretty like Steve kind of talked about earlier. Like, we'll hang out back, like us as a band, like the 4 dudes, and just have a great time. We have some other buds that are always hanging around, and we get along pretty well. Like, I know not everybody has that with who they're playing
we got
with.
probably a group of like 5 to 10 dudes that like we went like friends since high school, and we're all still like hanging out. Like Brandon went to high school with me, and like shoot, we've been 15-year friendship probably.
Yeah, like we've known Brandon Clark for a long time, so it's cool. Like, because we kind of have a little family thing going on, so.
We have like Friendsgivings, our Christmas parties, and like all this
It's called
stuff.
Thanksgiving, though, baby.
It's still going. It's been going since when I was 18 years old, and I'm 33 now. So
yeah, so we got a pretty good tight unit of people, like a core buds.
That's fucking awesome, guys. That's really cool.
Yeah, man, we love it.
Wow.
We love it.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to add? You guys, where to follow you guys on socials, or?
Yeah, dude.
I'll put them down
Instagram.
below.
Okay, yeah, we're on Instagram and we're on Facebook, I believe. I'm kind of an off the grid kind of guy. Like, I'll do Instagram. I'll holler at you and stuff every once in a while too. So, but yeah, dude, we have Facebook and Instagram. We're on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music. We've got a couple records up. BANDCAMP. Yeah, dude, we're everywhere. We have YouTube Music. Like, you'll find us. We're out there.
Cool.
we're old, so we're not good at social media.
Yeah, I'm not great at
so
you can't use that excuse because like the old people. Yeah, you can't use that
Good
excuse.
point.
The sales guy.
We're just not good at social media.
So yeah, dude, find us. Yeah.
Awesome.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on. You guys are totally fucking awesome. I love your band. I can't wait to hear this new album. Hopefully to see you guys soon when that time comes. Until then, yeah, man, we'll stay in touch, and yeah, I can't wait to hear it, man. Thank you so much for coming on, Jeff.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
Thank you.